Every Monday, we like to kick off the week with Vail Mountain Rescue. And if you're not familiar with this organization, it's all volunteers. And these are the people that come to your aid when you're in trouble in the backcountry. And here with me this morning, Dan Smith. It has been so long since we've seen each other.
You just keep working out in the woods, kid.
I can't help it. I love it. You do too, but
Well,
you do it
true.
at night.
Well, yeah, that's the difference. We do have the night shift.
Yes, I do it in the morning hours. And it is my goal every morning that I go out for Epic Mornings or for First Chair to never be the person that you were talking about.
That's good.
On
That's a good
TV
goal.
on Monday mornings. So.
And anymore, I'm simply the old fat guy in the warm room with the radio.
You are not.
Because it's the, you know, you put 72-year-olds out with 35-year-olds, you're just going to get hosed. And you don't do the subject any good.
You know
we don't
what?
move fast enough with me out there.
I'm still not buying it, but can we just point out really quickly that, so these hiking boots that you have on,
Yeah.
I just got a new pair of hiking boots this summer. Almost exactly the same
Lois.
thing, because you told me about, you know, people that roll their ankles out hiking and how that really kind of helps to prevent that.
The Germans make good boots, and I wear these around because I have rolled my ankle about 10 times. And this prevents me from doing it in front of Starbucks, where, you know, it's just embarrassing.
Right.
I hate to be picked up by a bunch of high school kids.
I know, you got to
It's
have
pretty
at least
bad.
a good story behind it. And speaking of good stories, you are always busy. What have you been up to this week?
We're in hunting season now, and in this county, in 10 years, we haven't had a hunter shoot another hunter or themselves yet, whereas would, because that luck never holds. But we, when you weren't here and I was, we had the infamous arrow mission where a guy gets an arrow through his leg. But now they're stuck. We had one sick, and that's probably as much as we could find out. Somebody that came up here from flat country and went immediately to high altitude. Couldn't understand why he was sick. And well, you're sick because you've gone up. Now you got to go down. And convincing him that there's no chemical cure for altitude sickness. You just go downhill.
Right.
And then a lot of stuck vehicles. People take vehicles places where they think the big ones are, and they get stuck. This one truck is probably still out there. It slid sideways off the road about 40 feet.
Whoa.
We finally convinced the guy that he's coming out. We're not pulling his truck out.
Wow.
And we couldn't get to him with a truck. We got to him with two ATVs. ATVs are not going to pull a truck out of the mud. It's just not going to happen. And gave him a ride back. Hunters scare us a bit because they've all got guns.
Yeah, of
And
course.
a few of our guys are armed, not many. But what we want to do is make sure they unload the weapon, and we have run into hunters who don't know how.
What?
Well, it's a guided hunt, I believe, and the guide had taken them up, dropped them, given them some minimum instruction. This guy did not know how to open the bolt and take a round out of the chamber.
Okay, so maybe
yeah, we
first
don't like
takeaway,
that very much.
know how to load and unload your weapon.
That would be a good thing,
Okay,
and
all
where
right.
the safety is. And then we've had another one said, "It's okay, my rifle's empty." Hands it to us. Clink, clink, out comes the round. No, it wasn't empty.
Oh man.
So that's why we're very careful with other people with guns. We take them away.
Right.
And if you have a problem with that, especially when we're flying helicopters to go get you, we have to take the weapon away. It's got to be in our custody. If you don't want to surrender your weapon to us, well, have a nice walk out, because we're not going to help you.
Wow. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Just, you know, safety protocols. But so you've had a lot of hunters that have been stuck or sick. And I think a lot of us have seen, you know, especially just driving over Vail Pass, there's cars parked on the side of Vail Pass everywhere. So hunting season is in full effect.
Oh, full swing. But after about 9 o'clock, I mean, if you haven't gotten your shot, you're not going to get one. Then you have another shot at dusk. What are you doing walking around in the woods? You just go back to your camp, you know, have breakfast. We don't mind if you have a lot of alcohol, but we want the guns in one place, and we want to know where that place is.
Well, Darren, listen, I know that you have more to tell us.
Oh,
Will you
yeah.
stick around for another interview?
I'll stay for dinner.
Okay, good, because I love our time catching up. Okay, VailMountainRescue.org if you want to learn more about them. In the meantime, right now we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to look at that local weather forecast.